And this Monday morning, let's get you all the details of what's playing out in Pakistan. Dramatic weekend that Pakistan has seen, with Imran Khan being ousted now. The first time that a Prime Minister has been shown the door through a trust vote, through a no confidence motion. And now the focus is on who's going to be the next Prime Minister of Pakistan. The combined opposition has already named PMLN President Shehbaz Sharif as its joint candidate to replace Imran Khan. After a last-minute surprise entry of Shah Mahmood Qureshi was nominated by the PTI, it seems more or less certain now that Shehbaz Sharif will be the next Prime Minister of Pakistan. PTI, meanwhile, carried out massive protests across the country. They've also announced that their lawmakers will resign if the opposition candidate Shehbaz Sharif was allowed to contest the election and was named as the Prime Minister. Imran Khan, meanwhile, has repeated that foreign conspiracy charge. He said that Pakistan became an independent state in 1947, but the freedom struggle begins now, begins today, against the foreign conspiracy of regime change. Sources have said that Imran Khan could visit Parliament House today as well. Remember, all of this after Imran was unceremoniously removed from the office through a no-confidence vote, becoming the first premier in Pakistan's history to be ousted from power. Let's get you details that we're picking up on what exactly the new Pakistan cabinet will look like. It's more or less certain now that Shehbaz Sharif will be the next Prime Minister of Pakistan. But the likes of Bilawal Bhutto will also, in fact, be given a huge role, reportedly, as the Foreign Minister. Naveed Qamar Shah could be the Speaker. Rana Sanaullah could be the Interior Minister. This is the scoop that we've also picked up here on India Today on what the expected cabinet of Pakistan will look like. Shehbaz Sharif, yes, will be the Pakistan Prime Minister. Bilawal Bhutto Zardari, who's been essentially credited with staging this entire coup against Imran Khan, and there's no confidence motion, could be made the Foreign Minister. But later today, in fact, a few hours from now, we're expecting clarity on exactly what the next cabinet will look like and who will be Imran Khan's successor. So the decks essentially seem cleared for Shehbaz Sharif to take over as the next Prime Minister of Pakistan. A very senior leader. He is the leader of opposition, which is why a combined opposition has come together to name Shehbaz Sharif. In our next report, we get you details about this political leader, his political journey, and how his family has always been rooted in politics in Pakistan. His brother is Nawaz Sharif.
This is Shehbaz Sharif. The leader of opposition and chief of Pakistan Muslim League Nawaz. A hardcore realist who makes no bones while performing onerous tasks. Sharif is little known outside Pakistan, but has a reputation domestically as an effective administrator. The PML chief is now the frontrunner to become Pakistan's next Prime Minister after the ouster of Imran Khan. Following the submission of nomination papers on Sunday, Sharif is likely to be elected as the Prime Minister on Monday. Shehbaz, the 70-year-old younger brother of former three-time Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif, has served as Chief Minister of the country's most populous and politically crucial Punjab province thrice. This is the first time his party, PMLN, especially its supremo Nawaz Sharif, agreed on his name for the post of the Prime Minister. Nawaz's daughter and PMLN Vice President Maryam Nawaz, groomed to be Nawaz's successor, has said her uncle is a man who has served the nation selflessly and tirelessly. In September 2020, Shehbaz was arrested by the anti-graft body National Accountability Bureau on charges of money laundering. Shehbaz denied the charges and termed them as political victimization by the Imran Khan government. He remained in jail for several months before he got bail. Shehbaz's son Hamza Shehbaz is the leader of opposition in the Punjab Assembly. Hamza is also contesting the Chief Minister election against the Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf coalition candidate Parvez Ilahi. His younger son Suleiman Shehbaz has been absconding in the United Kingdom for the last few years in a money laundering and unaccounted wealth case. Analysts say that the PML chief, unlike Nawaz Sharif, enjoys amicable relations with Pakistan's military, which traditionally controls foreign and defense policy in the nation of 22 crore people. If the leader is elected to power, all eyes will be on how Shehbaz steers Pakistan out of its massive economic crisis. Bureau Report, India Today.
If you missed out on all of the drama that played out over the weekend, we've got you covered. Let's break down for you exactly how Imran Khan became the first Pakistan Prime Minister to be ousted via a no-confidence motion. Lots of tamasha and drama that played out over the weekend in the Pakistan National Assembly. It culminated in a midnight vote where Imran Khan was booted out.
Rumour of sacking mighty Pakistani Army Chief General Qamar Naveed Bajwa. Prisoner vans outside the Parliament. Prime Minister sacked. Pakistani Awam witnessing one of the most dramatic nights in their country's history. The chain reaction started during the day after the assembly session commenced. But the political mayhem peaked after dusk. United opposition demanded a trust vote by 8 p.m. but it did not take place. The clock was ticking, running a lot faster for Khan and his government. According to Supreme Court's order, no confidence vote was mandatory before midnight, otherwise Khan would face consequences. The next big development came from the Supreme Court. The Chief Justice instructed relevant officials of the top court to open the doors at midnight. Embattled Prime Minister Imran Khan held a key meeting with his cabinet, but nothing much could be done. Meanwhile, rumours started that Imran Khan is planning to sack the Pakistani Army Chief General Bajwa. But Imran Khan was fast enough to put the rumour to rest. Khan, who had no chance to survive the motion, said he will fight till the end. Security was beefed up. Prisoner vans were called. For once it looked that Khan might be arrested. The petition was filed in the High Court to stop Imran Khan, Shah Mahmood Qureshi and Fawad Chaudhry from leaving the country. Around midnight, the final leg of the political tamasha began. Just ahead of the vote, Assembly Speaker and his deputy resigned. Opposition party leader Ayaz Sadiq to preside the Assembly session. Imran's loyal lieutenant Fawad Chaudhry also knew the time was up for Khan, and he was correct. Khan became the first Prime Minister of Pakistan to be voted out. National Assembly passing a no-confidence motion with 174 votes.
Consequently, the resolution for vote of no confidence against Mr. Imran Khan, the Prime Minister of Islamic Republic of Pakistan, has been passed by a majority of the total membership of the National Assembly.
Shehbaz Sharif, who is likely to be the next Prime Minister of Pakistan, expressed his thanks to the members.
शुक्रिया अदा करते हैं कि अल्लाह ताला के फजल करम से उनकी जदोजहद, उनकी कुर्बानियाँ आज रंग लाई हैं और आज दोबारा पाकिस्तान के अंदर आइन और कानून का पाकिस्तान दोबारा बना चाहता है इंशाअल्लाह ताला.
PPP chairperson Bilawal Bhutto Zardari welcomed the Awam to Purana Pakistan.
हमने सिलेक्टेड करार दे दिया था और जो गैर जमहूरी बोझ ये मुल्क 3 साल से उठा रहा था, आज 10th April 2022, welcome back to Purana Pakistan.
The Pakistan National Assembly will convene tomorrow at 2 p.m. to elect the new Prime Minister of Pakistan. Imran played the last ball, as he said, but lost the most crucial innings of his political career. Bureau Report, India Today.